What is up, side hustlers, entrepreneurs, business builders, and dream makers? Welcome to the Study Your Side Hustle podcast, episode 32. So great to be back with you guys for an evening episode. This is probably the latest I've ever recorded, which means it's definitely going to be the latest that this episode ever gets published. I don't have a specific publishing time. You guys obviously are aware of this. I just know that I'm going to publish every single day. So we're having like a little nightcap, that's pretty cool. So today I want to talk to you guys about a couple of different things, just kind of relay some conversations that I've had over the last 2 days. This is my nightcap. So one is from a conversation I had today where somebody just asked me what what aligns with me. It was the wording they had. So we got on a call, had a conversation about some of the work that I could do for them, and then they asked me if I could do something different, and then they asked me if that aligned with my desires and what I want to do in my business. And that was an interesting question. So this is what I told them. I said the things that I enjoy doing most are actually building and executing marketing plans in industries I haven't worked in before, because everything's new and different and exciting, and the same truths about human nature are still the same truths about human nature. So often when you get into that space of I haven't been in this industry before, but I'm doing what I know, you get to make those kind of observations that are kind of like drive-through level observations, like, oh, people drive up to banks and that's a thing. Maybe if I added that to my restaurant, it could be a thing. Dude, those, I don't know if I got that right or if that's backwards, by the way, from the history, but I know that one of those two industries took it from the other. Anyway, it's that kind of an idea of just being in a new space. That's what allows for massive innovation, and you can absolutely just change the trajectory of somebody's business so quickly when you're doing the kind of work that I do, and you get into a business and in a space that you've never worked in before, because what you're going to come up with as a marketer are going to be the types of things that other people haven't ever thought to do in that space. And if you want results that no one else is getting, maybe you need to do things that nobody else is doing. It's that kind of a vibe. So that was just a fun conversation I got to share with them. And one of the ways that I articulated is it's so great when I work with really cool people and we get to do something that neither of us have ever done before, and we get to win. And that's kind of my specialty in so many ways. So that was a fun conversation I got to have today, and I wanted to share it with you while we're having this nightcap. And then another interesting conversation. We could say that this is a conversation that's more on motivation. I think that might be the right way to frame it. Motivation, which maybe that'll be what this whole episode is just finding motivation. So, over the last couple of years, I expected my business to be more fruitful than it had been, for one very specific reason. I expected the fact that I got married to be something that incentivized me and motivated me to work hard and to make things happen. Because in my mind, I'm saying I now have to provide for my family. And as you guys know, over the weekend, I got a cat, and that gave me an aha moment. The aha moment was really like very interesting, but it came last night while I was sitting on the couch. My wife's out of town, so it was just me and this cat. And I realized a couple things, but one of the things that I realized was I actually have to succeed. I can't not pay my bills, and I can't not pay rent, and I can't not buy food, because this cat's life depends on me. And it felt so real. And obviously, this is going to be amplified 100-fold, 1,000-fold when I go and I have a child. But right now, I don't have a child; I have a cat, right? And so I started thinking, well, why does this feel so much more real to me than just the simple fact that I need to provide for my family because I got married? And I figured it out, because when I say I need to provide for my family, I actually know that's not true. I know my wife. I know how strong and capable she is. And I know if something dramatic were to happen to me, she'd be okay. I know that she has the ability, she has the skill set, she has the tenacity. She doesn't need me. She definitely doesn't need me for finances. Right. And that's where I saw with this little cat. This cat actually is dependent. They're like they need their caretaker. If they go out into the wild, they may or may not survive on their own in the wild. But as long as they're in captivity, as long as they are a pet, they need their owners. And so, low bar, but the cat has incentivized me in a way that I expected marriage to get things done and make things happen. So those are kind of the two things I just want to share with you guys. These are just the updates from, in the last 24 hours, basically. Had an interesting conversation about what resonates with me and what aligns with my actions. And that is that I like creating new things. I like working in new spaces. And as far as motivation goes, I've realized that I don't actually have the motivators in my life that I thought I did. And maybe that's one of the reasons that business hasn't gone as quick in the right direction as quickly. I'm getting a lot of traction right now. You guys are hearing, you're experiencing it firsthand. And we'll see how things go, but that's what I have to share with you guys today. Love you so much. We'll be back in your buds tomorrow talking about a marketing book. God bless.